Ahoj, ahoj a vítaj pri novom podcaste Chcem sa učiť. Ja som Andrea, lektorka anglického jazyka a dnes ti rozpoviem príbeh. Bude to príbeh o dievčati, ktoré sa presťahovalo do nového mesta a niečo, ako v mojich príbehoch je známe, sa tam pokazilo. Verím, že v tomto príbehu nájdeš nejakú novú slovnú zásobu, ako aj gramatiku, pretože budeme tu používať nepriamu reč, teda zmeny časov, ale aj modálne slovesá v minulom čase, ktoré majú svoju špeciálnu gramatiku. Takže keď to budeš počúvať, skús sa na to zamerať a zistiť, akým spôsobom sa to používa, ak si to ešte nepreberal, prípadne si to ozrejmiť, keď si to už preberal. Tak, without further ado, poďme na príbeh. New girl. I have never wished for it to happen. I haven't dreamed about it, not even in a bad dream, you know. I moved to a smaller town because I had no money and needed cheaper living. Cheaper equals worse. I live in neither the best nor the safest part of the town. I was lucky at the beginning because I found a job. I have been working there for 3 months. The shop where I work is on the other side of the town. I have never bought a ticket for a bus. I always walk. At least I have time to think about my life and the future. It sometimes happens that I finish as late as 9 at night. It takes me around an hour to get home. Once, I went home taking the usual path. I was wearing headphones and listening to music when suddenly I felt that somebody touched me. It wasn't a normal touch of a stranger. It was a strong grip to my hip. I got scared. I turned around and there was a man with a mask on his face standing next to me. I didn't see into his eyes. He didn't want to let me go. He kept saying, "Come here, come here." I started to scream for help. It happened on the outskirts of the town. Nobody was outside. Nobody heard me. I could have hit or kicked him, but I froze. He put his hand over my mouth to stop me from screaming and held me tightly. I should have screamed much louder. I shouldn't have been quiet. Why didn't I do it? The man took me to his car, tied me up, and drove me into the woods. I didn't know where we were. I had a bag on my head the whole drive. When we stopped, I saw a small cottage. The man told me to walk. You can't even imagine how scared I was. He took me inside. It was dark. I only saw a small light at the end of the room. I heard steps. Somebody is here, I thought. Another man, tall, scary, and strong. He came closer to me and said that he knew me. He said that I had no one and nobody would miss me. Unfortunately, he was right. My parents died when I was 19. My grandparents died a long time ago. I don't have any siblings or friends. I'm a loner. Why have they taken me here? What do they want to do to me? They set me down on an armchair in the room, which looked like a living room, and left. In the morning, a strong shout woke me up. Get up! Move! Come on! I was confused. It was just a young boy. He could have been 13. Why is he helping them? What do they want? We went out of the cottage. There were trees all around. I tried to find my phone in my pocket, but they had taken it away. We were walking for 2 hours when we came to a road where a van was parked. The boy said, "Get in!" The door opened. I got in and saw 4 other girls with their hands tied just like mine. They put masks over our heads. They didn't want us to see the way. It must have been somewhere near the town. I tried to remember all the turns, but I think they drove in circles to confuse us. When the car stopped, the man said, "Out." They took our masks off. We were at an old damaged apartment building. They took us inside and divided us into rooms. I didn't see a soul for 3 whole days. There wasn't a bed in the room, only 2 water bottles. The window was locked. There was a bucket in the corner. I often thought of breaking the window and jumping out, but it was too high. The fall would have killed me. I had no other choice but to wait. I sang loudly every day because I thought they would have get annoyed and someone would come. Nothing, nobody. On the 3rd day, I heard a car engine. I looked out of the window. 4 men left. Did they leave us here alone? Did they want us to starve? I started banging on the door, hoping I would hear something, either a man who would start yelling out of anger, or banging on another door. That would have meant that the girls were here. There was complete silence. After 2 days, I was at peace with my fate. I'm gonna die here, alone, without anybody, I thought. I was ready to join my parents on their journey. I was lying and waiting. That night, I heard a dog barking. I was convinced that it was just a hallucination, but the barking was stronger and stronger. I looked outside of the window and saw a dog. He had a collar. That meant he had a master as well. You could see a spark of hope in my eyes. If I start banging on the window, he'll surely help me. I started to bang as if my life depended on it. I saw a figure coming out of the forest. It was moving slowly. I only saw a shadow for a long time. When the person came out to the grass, I noticed that it was a man. He kept coming closer and closer. I didn't stop banging. He looked up and saw me. He saw me! He came inside the apartment building. I heard his steps. He was at my door. He unlocked it. How was he able to unlock the door? Did they leave the keys here? What is going on? Be quiet already, he said when he came inside and beat me up. I felt the blood coming down my face. Now, I really wanted to die. A tu, v takomto napätí, príbeh končí. Keď chceš, môžeš skúsiť napísať pokračovanie tohto príbehu a poslať mi ho, pretože inšpirácie nie je nikdy dosť a hlavne vyskúšaš si použiť či už slovnú zásobu, ktorá tu bola, vycibriš si svoju fantáziu, kreativitu a použiješ trošku aj anglický jazyk. Teda, ak máš záujem, kľudne mi to pošli a ja sa na to veľmi rada pozriem. Určite budem rada čítať vaše príbehy a zisťovať, kto ako zmýšľa, pretože myslím si, že nie som jediná, ktorá má takúto dark mind a teda dúfam v to. Verím, že sa vám príbeh páčil, že ste si z toho niečo odniesli a počujeme sa teda na budúce. Bye bye!